So here we go. This is functional. All right? Now, when I say functional, this is how God relates to us. But this is also how we are to relate to others. Okay? This is how God relates to us, but how we are to relate to others. That's powerful. Because we're to imitate who? Right? So first, cares for me with compassion. That's powerful. He causes his wonders to be remembered. The Lord is gracious and compassionate. That word gracious means he gives what you don't deserve. Wow. You know, a lot of times, I get so tired of hearing these commercials. The big catchphrase for these commercials now is you deserve. McDonald's started, you deserve a break today. So go and clog up your heart today at McDonald's.
That was Kit Kat.
No.
I think Chevrolet started that many years ago.
But you deserve a break.
Drive Chevrolet.
You'll need a break. So again, this is powerful. His miracles are his memorial, the God of grace, this God of love. Matter of fact, if you look it up in the Hebrew, is gracious and merciful. Gracious and merciful. Gracious means giving something you don't deserve, and merciful means holding back what you do deserve. So in other words, I deserve a butt whipping, but instead he reaches down and holds me. Okay? He's done that before. I deserve for him just to walk away. And God says, no, and he draws me closer. So, cares for me with compassion. There's people in your life right now that your life would change. There's people in your family, there's people in your life, your whole life would change if you could learn to use grace and mercy with those people. They deserve you to walk away. They deserve for you to turn your back. They deserve for you to leave them alone. But mercy withholds that, and grace gives them love instead. My daddy used to say this, and y'all's daddy said it, and everybody else's daddy said it, you can win a whole lot more people, you have to catch a whole lot more flies with sugar.
Then with vinegar.
With vinegar, right. So, number 2, he offers strength when I'm weak. I can do everything through him who gives me strength, Philippians 4:13. Now, again, offer strength when I'm weak. Right now, see, we're supposed to be in Florida. I'm glad we didn't go because I told you a lot of things that were happening. One of the biggest things that happened was Tamala was going to watch Linda's mama and daddy. We still hadn't figured out how we were going to take care of the nighttime because Linda spends the night and Tamala's in the daytime. And Tamala's got family. She couldn't stay there the whole time. And Linda's got family. And because we're older, we go there. Linda did go home last night for a few minutes and play with the dogs to make sure the dogs remembered who she was. But then she come on back. I was in the emergency room with my other father-in-law. Bethany was with Linda's mom and daddy. And so, but again, like in the mornings, because Tamala's not there. And I said, look, I'm already up at 6:30, 7 o'clock anyway. And instead of waiting for you to call me on the way to work so I can pray with you, what about, because she's going to work at 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, because she's waiting for Tamala to get there, but she's got all this medicine and insulin and all this stuff. I said, look, my mama was that way. I don't know how to do all this. So just chill. You go ahead and go to work, and I'll be there. And so I haven't been able to make her lunch anymore, and I haven't been able to take care of her because of this. And so now I'm back into bringing her breakfast, because she needs that energy. And I found out these little, not tacos, burritos, and I take and put an egg and fold the egg up with cheese and then give her that, and then I'll take her through the lunchtime and gives her energy, gives her protein. And she hadn't been having that for weeks. And so I got that for her. Got to make sure she's drinking the juice that she needs to drink and all that stuff. So I told her, I said, look, let me get in the middle more than I am already. And so, of course, that's what we can do for other people. God offers us strength when we're weak. We can offer our strength to others when they're weak. Okay? It's awesome. We're more like God like that. Number 3, meet all my needs. God will meet all your needs according to his riches and to his glorious riches in Christ Jesus, Philippians 4:19. Well, I can't meet everybody's needs, but I can meet what I can. Okay? There's certain things I just can't do. But there's some things I could do and I don't. Have you ever felt the Spirit tell you to do something and you don't do it? You walk away and say, man, I wish I'd have listened. Next, forgive. Here's a hard one. Oh, Lord, this is a hard one. Forget my sins and mistakes. For I'll forgive their wickedness and remember their sins no more. He throws our sins. Once you ask God to forgive you, He throws your sins in the sea of forgiveness and puts up a no fishing sign. The only problem is we keep on fishing. Or our friends keep on fishing. Or our family keeps on fishing and won't leave it alone. If we could learn, if nothing else, if we could show an example to others of how to, okay, you said you're sorry. I'm going to give you a chance again. The Bible says 7 times 70 a day. That's 409 times a day. Okay? Forgive my sins. If we could show that as an example. Wow. Offer hope for the future. For I know the plans I have for you, and this is one of my favorite ones, especially in the message. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. And in the message, oh man, this is so, so awesome. I love it. I know what I'm doing. I have it all planned out. Plans to take care of you, not to abandon you. Plans to give you the future you hope for. Wow, that's powerful. Reassure me of His love, Jeremiah 31. Let's see here. Go to 31. Jeremiah 31 and 3. The Lord appeared to us in the past, saying, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with loving kindness. Jeremiah 31 and 3. God told them, I never quit loving you and never will. Expect love, and more love. Wow. He's never quit loving us. Turn my pain into joy. For His anger lasts only a moment, but His favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may remain for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 30 and 5. And there's another one of those powerful. He gets angry once in a while, but across a lifetime there's only one love. The nights of crying your eyes out give away the days of laughter. Wow, that's just awesome. Many people are in a prison. They are prisoners of their past or the prisoners of other people's past. Wrong thinking imprisons them by not knowing the God of truth who will set them free. Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John 14 and 6. What you see here is what God does for you. For comfort. Functional comfort. But if you want to be a functional Christian, you know, I was writing a paper today, and the paper said, was there ever a time in your life when this was wild, because I wasn't even expecting this in class, that I worshipped the Word, how they put it? Incorrectly, I worshiped the Word instead of worshiping God. And I had to tell, listen, this is crazy, but I remember when I first got saved, and I started reading the Bible, it got good to me. Because I had a preacher that was very good at preaching expository sermons, so I just got so much out of it. So I'd start reading. And I got to the point when I was at work, I would read at break time, I'd read before I'd go to work, I'd read in the car, I'd go sit in the break, go sit in the team meeting room and I'd read. And I'd read during breaks, and I'd read during lunch. And I read the New Testament, I don't know how many times the first year, just in those times. And I asked the pastor one time, I said, can you study too much? And he told me, when it becomes an idol. And I had to sit back and think about it. Any strength out of proportion becomes a weakness. Any strength. No matter what it is. If you're a good communicator, out of proportion, all of a sudden now you're a blabbermouth. If you're a very smart person, knows a lot of things, if it's out of proportion, you become a know-it-all. If you're a strong person, you can handle things, but it gets out of proportion, you thought it was heartless. So again, there was people sitting around me at break time, at lunchtime, and they thought I was snubbing them, because I was rude. And so instead of me evangelizing them, I was pushing them away. Instead of drawing them to God, they thought I was holier than thou. And so the Lord had to break through, and He did it, and that pastor told me that. That was the beginning of God breaking through. Do I study? I still study all the time. You can ask Beth, I've always got something going on, always studying, but now I've learned that not let study become an idol. Instead, put it in its proper position, its proper place, and when God presents me with people to minister to, take that study that I have done, that I've studied in private, and use it publicly, instead of I'm doing it all the time and then refusing to even minister to everybody, because then they'll think, he just thinks he's something. I didn't. I wonder why they weren't hanging around me. Why didn't they want to be with me? Somebody told me, they said, who wants to be around you, Mr. Holier than thou? I wasn't trying to be holier than thou. I'm a country boy. I was having a good old time. But not there because I was too busy. And God gave us 24 hours. There's other times I could have used to read. Instead of that 10-minute break, that 10-minute break, that 30-minute break, and that 30 minutes in the morning, I could have used it. Now, when nobody's there, I would do it. But when people were there, I'd put it down. And I taught those people. Because, again, you can make an idol out of anything. 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 Any questions, comments?